We saw it a few times, but apart from that. Right, coming up next, the final of the under 90 kilo category. Tato GRIGALASHVILI of Georgia goes up against Luka JAVAKHISHVILI of Georgia. It'll be GRIGALASHVILI in the white judogi, JAVAKHISHVILI in blue. Let's take a look and see how they got there. Well, after a bye, it was Petgrave, Clamart, Santa Maria Rodriguez and Machado that were downed by GRIGALASHVILI. For JAVAKHISHVILI, Engiap, Hambu, Sivan, Minkesi and Shriva. The referee in the middle of this one is Olivier de Ros of France.
Well, what can you say about GRIGALASHVILI? GRIGALASHVILI, well, we've got JAVAKHISHVILI coming out first in blue, and he's got a kind of a smile on his face. He's fighting his teammate, and GRIGALASHVILI, double world champion at 81 kilograms. He's got up now, I think, probably permanently. It's difficult to come back down when you've gone up. And I mean, he must be near 90, if not 90, which is a whole 9 kilos on top of 81. Not that he was 81 for very long, probably came down to that. But anyway, he's establishing himself in this category, and he's had almost Ippon all the way. Great techniques. What's he going to do against a teammate? Sheldon and I are kind of hoping that it's not a stalemate.
He's only 20. I don't think that it will be a stalemate.
You think they're going to go? He's going to go for it, the young one.
I think that GRIGALASHVILI has the presence in Georgia that probably where JAVAKHISHVILI is a little bit overawed. That's my feeling.
Yeah,
he knows that it's man versus boy here. I mean, they're only, it's okay, 6 years apart, but in that period of time, you know, 6 years ago, what was JAVAKHISHVILI doing at 20? He was a 14-year-old. And at 20, GRIGALASHVILI?
Yes, I mean, he was probably training with him when he was just a youngster coming up. And then all of a sudden,
if he was lucky, he might have got his hands on him a bit.
Yeah.
But I think GRIGALASHVILI was probably, I mean, if we look back at his record and see what he was doing at 20, this boy would have been asking for his autograph.
Oh, without a doubt. No, that's what I'm saying. You know, he probably, you know, you can see that they've got that little bit of rapport together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got a lot of respect for GRIGALASHVILI. And then all of a sudden you're in a Grand Prix final with him.
So, what were we saying, 6 years ago? Yeah, 6 years ago, this 14-year-old boy in the club knocking about. Maybe he was a first cue by then, you know, maybe no. Well, he definitely didn't have his downgrade at 14. So, but he could have been a first cue. He would have been looking up at GRIGALASHVILI coming into the club, hanging up his gold medal from the junior European championships, his bronze medal from the Zagreb Grand Prix with men. You know, so this was the kind of person that if he did get to go on with him, we'd be like, wow.
There's a score.
You know, I'm on with the top man here. Yeah.
That was a nice change of direction. That's what actually JAVAKHISHVILI has been doing all day there. Just snakes across there off that cross grip. And they must train that because JAVAKHISHVILI does that really, really well as well.
And even as a 19-year-old, GRIGALASHVILI had won a bronze medal at the Tbilisi Grand Prix. That would have made JAVAKHISHVILI 13. So as one of those boys, you'd have been watching a man on a...
No, without a doubt.
You know?
Without a doubt. And you could tell when they came out.
And I'm not sure that that's completely disappeared.
Definitely doesn't
because
completely disappear.
He's done so much.
Well, that's what I said to you about sometimes when the Japanese go out there with each other. You know, there's a pecking order.
Having said that, I'm going to sound as though I'm contradicting myself now by saying JAVAKHISHVILI, he's not waiting around and thinking, I'll just wait for my turn. No. He knows there's only one way that he can get it. And there's another thing that's in here. This is JAVAKHISHVILI's weight. You've stepped up, and there should be this feeling that I'm the one who's used to this here.
Get out my way.
You know, what are you doing up here?
Yeah.
So unless he's going to get swept away, go away feeling slightly embarrassed, like it doesn't matter what weight I'm in, mate, it's mine.
Yeah.
You know?
If I want it, I'll have it.
If I want it, I'll come and take it. You know, That's a hard one to swallow. You've worked hard to get an international place to go out there, and then one of your own teammates comes and says, "Wait, step aside."
Yeah. I don't think he's finished yet, GRIGALASHVILI. I don't.
No.
I think he's still going to do more here.
And I've been going on about what I think JAVAKHISHVILI may be thinking. I could also say GRIGALASHVILI must be thinking, "You're just a kid."
Yeah.
I remember when I used to see you.
The thing is, these kids get strong, don't they? He's going for the Jujigatami here. Oh, I thought he was digging in. He doesn't mind. He's burning a few seconds
take
here.
Some time off.
Yeah.
I mean, you have been there yourself when, coming to the club, finding all the stars up there. You know exactly who they were, and they weren't entirely sure of who you were. You're a youngster coming up until they got their hands on you and they realised, hang on a minute, this boy's got some judo. And I'm sure that this is pretty much where GRIGALASHVILI is now. He's realising this is no pushover. I'm not going to just
Definitely
spank him.
Not a pushover, is he?
Yeah.
And this is the thing, that Yuko there, right up to the last second here, is just a small score there. Easy to pull it back, or easier now to pull back and then even it all up to force a golden score. But so if he's looking at that 33 seconds there, thinking, right, just going to coast in, it'll be a big mistake, because watch out for JAVAKHISHVILI. I've got a funny feeling, that it is going to be a permanent shift for GRIGALASHVILI. I don't think he'll come back down. Like I say, the 9 kilos is kind of too much to mess around. Oh, he's got him. That's it. So that was a mistake there, wasn't it? And he just made a mistake. Yeah, and he just tap out. Yeah.
He did have the arm in there as well, wrapped up.
Yeah, no, he kind of had a Udigarami in there, didn't he, as well?
So all of this is okay to keep, the camaraderie, but what it doesn't do is inside in the heart, because this is painful, and you could hear it. He was physically. I mean, sometimes previous teams have had, well, you roll down, it's my turn to win. Not here. No. I mean, he was giving it absolute everything. And it hurt. Yeah, no, it definitely hurt. He didn't like that, did he? Yeah. A little bit of pride as well as the physicality part there. GRIGALASHVILI, though, great run through. And on the way up, there are a few that you've just got to take. It's going to happen. This is one of them. But it's not going to be something that he wants to repeat. No. So you've had your turn, go back down to where you belong in 81, And if you are going to stay, then it's like chess. You've made this move, I need to make a move here. And he will be gunning for him next time. No doubt, absolutely none. He just had too much for him. JAVAKHISHVILI not ready yet to threaten somebody of GRIGALASHVILI's skill, experience. There are just too many weapons there for him. Yes. But he'll have come out of it thinking, I really didn't enjoy that. And look at that, he's got the arm, he's got it well under control there, and the look on his face there says it all. Yeah. It's a lesson. Yeah. Yes, the master wins the gold medal, GRIGALASHVILI. Great performance. And he had great performance, his standing work, his techniques were